What is up, Retromaniacs? Welcome to Short Prints, our short videos about random topics. And today we're going to talk about our top 3 television and movie entertainment card sets that we would like to buy or have collected. So, Joe, get us started.
What a great time to be alive. There's so many cool sets that
So
have
much,
come
yeah.
out. You know, you've got a bunch of TV shows that are making sets. You have the movies. But I actually went, I got in the Get Back machine, and I'm actually going to start with a superhero set, 1989, Topps Batman.
Nice.
I had the set when I didn't have the set, but I had a bunch of these cards when I was a kid because you could get them. You know, they were wax packs, and my grandmother would take me grocery shopping, and you could probably get them for 50 cents a pack or whatever. But they came, 9 or 10 base cards. You got a sticker in every pack, which probably I unstuck and put somewhere.
I would
And
hope, yeah.
you got a piece of gum. So I mean, you can't get much better than that. Just fun little trivia about the set. If you look at some of the cards from 1991, 92 DC Universe, the DC Cosmic cards, they actually didn't have any of Batman and his cohorts or his Rogues Gallery in those cards because Topps had the exclusive rights to the Batman character and characters surrounding him. So imagine like Marvel Universe not having Spider-Man and Green Goblin in because Batman, Robin, and Joker were all exclusive to Topps to make the movie cards, and they made them for the first 2 movies. So one of my favorite sets growing up, and I actually, as we were getting this pod going, I actually went and started looking on eBay so I could see if I could find a complete set somewhere to add to the old PC.
Need to buy a box and open it up.
Yep. I looked. They're hard to find. Hard to find.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we're going to show pictures here in the middle of the screen somewhere. The packs actually there was a pack with Joker's face on it, Jack Nicholson's Joker, a pack with Michael Keaton's Batman, and a pack of them together. It was it was such a cool looking box and pack when you bought them from the grocery store.
Very cool. All right, EP, your first choice.
I'm going to go with 2018 Topps Finest Star Wars. Finest is one of my favorite sets. I love the refractors. I usually love the designs, and these are cool with photos and the normal Finest backgrounds. Refractors are 1 in 3 packs. The box breakdown, I have it here, is... see, I can't see it here exactly. I think it's 2 mini boxes, 6 packs per mini box, and then 8 cards per pack. So when I think about something like this, I want to be able to put together a full set. If you buy 3 boxes of it, you're going to probably get enough pretty close to a full set of the base cards, along with a few of the inserts. And there's some really cool inserts, like there's metal cards, or not. I don't think there's metal cards in this one, but there are autographs of some of the top people. Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Daisy Ridley, and includes everything up until The Last Jedi. So I'm a fan of The Force Awakens. It's probably my favorite one. It's going to be an unpopular opinion, but so I want to get all the ones from all the sequel characters in there too. So
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire is great, but Force Awakens is my favorite. So
can't go wrong with some Star Wars.
Yep.
All right, my first set, a little topical, maybe a little trendy, but since I just watched the final 2 episodes last night, I would like to get myself some 2018 Topps Stranger Things. 100 card set. You get 2 autographs, relics, or sketch cards per hobby box, which sounds pretty cool. And the base sets really aren't worth a whole lot. I think they're like $15 to $20, but the hobby boxes are like $300 a box now. And, there's some really cool autograph cards in it, the main characters, everybody has autographs in it. They have these really cool patch cards too. They're manufactured patch cards. They're not actual cards, made from anything from the movie, but
they're like Panini patch cards.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Okay. But they have a card of Hoppers that has a patch from Benny's Burgers on it. And it's not a very expensive card. I looked it up. I think it's like $5 to $10, but I might have to get one of those because it's so cool. But the sketch cards are pretty cool looking too. Like I think they're pretty neat. Some of them are a little creepy looking, but yeah, some are pretty cool though. So just, really fun set. And I think I may eventually pick up a box and maybe do a rip on the channel.
That sounds fun.
Nice. Very cool.
And you can follow the link below where we talk about the Stranger Things finale. Are we doing that?
No.
No, we're not doing that. Okay. Sorry, guys. Don't follow the link below. So my number 2 set, when Mike asked, are we going to have any crossover here? I go, I guarantee you we will not, because I'm going to 2001 Inkworks. Does anyone know that company?
I do, yeah.
2001 Inkworks, The Mummy Returns.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
So
didn't see that one coming.
No.
I know, right? So the group, in our group text, we were talking about Moon Knight recently, when it was on, and I think I made the point that it reminded me more of one of the Mummy movies than it actually reminded me of a Marvel show. And I'm like, man, I haven't watched those in a while. And I threw on The Mummy and The Mummy Returns. Loved it. They hold up great, by the way. Fantastic. But I actually bought a box of this, at least, because I do have some sets. So I actually physically have a couple of sets of this. But it was a really low numbered set. It was only 81 cards in the base set. They had, just like some of the stuff now, they have like game more. They have movie memorabilia, worn cards. They have autograph cards, which, I got one. I have Arnold Vosloo, who played the Mummy. So I think that's like probably the third best one you could get in the box. And it's one of the first ever cards of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He played the Scorpion King, so he has a bunch of cards in that set.
Don't they have an autograph of him in that one?
They do. So that's why I said Arnold Vosloo was the third, because you have The Rock, Brendan Fraser, and then
it's a very rare card too.
Right. Yeah. And just a really, really fun set. The photography is great in it. And I had never seen after that Inkworks cards or sets, so I thought that was an interesting company to make those. But yeah, I'm guessing you can buy the boxes pretty cheap, because the sets aren't really worth much of anything. But I thought about putting my Arnold Vosloo rookie card, autograph card, on eBay. I'm like, nah, I just can't do it. Gotta keep it. And I still have the original redemption card that I sent in to get that autograph, because they came in redemption cards. So the Mummy Returns.
There you go. Awesome. Great pick.
Cool.
EP.
My second set is from a company. You guys have heard of Rittenhouse cards? Okay. Well, 2012, they put out a James Bond 50th anniversary set. And Rittenhouse, it seems they're tricksy. They released Series 1 with cards 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, so the odd numbers.
Oh.
Then Series 2 is 2, 4, 6, 8. So if you want to put together the full 200 card set, you need to buy both Series 1 and Series 2. But I'm a huge fan of James Bond. And this set, they have some parallels. They have inserts and stuff. If I was going to recommend one of the two, if you're only going to get one of the two series, Series 2 has a complete 100 card set of like a subset of From Russia with Love, which is arguably probably my second, third favorite James Bond movie. Also, Series 2 has the autographs from that series includes Daniel Craig and Roger Moore. There's no Sean Connery autographs, but the Craig and Moore, the first one was only Pierce Brosnan. So you mean the
best James Bond?
Daniel Craig's the best, and Casino Royale is the best James Bond movie. And I hate to say it. The autographs also come in a couple varieties of limitedness. Extremely limited, which is less than 200 cards, very limited 200 to 300, and limited 300 to 500. So the very, very low pop count on these sets. So that's a cool set. I actually got one of the extremely limited from Series 1 back in 2012, and it's a cool card. I thought about selling it. Still holds up, still $100. Martine Beswick, who was in 2 James Bond movies. So yeah, that's my great pick.
Awesome. Great choice. My number 2, I'm going to go with a product that didn't have any autographs. I'm going to go with a product that didn't have any memorabilia cards. I'm going to go with a product that didn't have any insert cards. I, like most people my age, was a huge fan of the original Batman television series. It is still to this day one of the most campy and fun things that has ever been on television. So I'm going to go back to 1966 and do the Topps Batman Riddler back series, which they were a pretty cool looking set. These were from the Batman movie that was from the Batman TV show.
Right.
And they don't have any text or anything on the front of the cards. They were all done to look like a photo album card. So like each card has a picture, and it has a white border, and it has like these little red things in the corners that make it look like they're being held into like a scrapbook or something. But yeah, it's a small set. I think it's a 38 card set, and all of them have actual images of the movie. Like, so you're actually getting Adam West and Burt Ward and all the others from the TV show. Yeah, all the backs of the cards had a Riddler riddle on it, so that's why they're known as Riddler backs. And just a really, really cool looking set. I believe they did 5 different Batman sets in 1966, and I think 3 of them were from the TV show. So out of the 3, this one is my favorite. They're like anywhere from $250 to $400 for the set, depending on condition, which, for a 38 card set is pretty nice. So, that's actually one, I don't know, maybe I'll start looking at it a little closer and maybe think about piecing one of those together. I think they're really cool.
Imagine how many of those you could have bought instead of that box of WWE Prism.
I don't know what you're talking about. Get on to number 3.
Link below. So while we can all agree or disagree on what the best Star Wars movie is, I think here we can all agree that Star Trek is better than Star Wars, right?
Negative.
No, not even close.
So as you can tell, I'm the one who's right. They're the ones who are wrong. But anyway, I had
all we can tell is you're the biggest nerd out of the 3.
I am the biggest.
And I also will say that the 2009 Star Trek movie is the best of any of the Star Trek properties.
You go straight to hell. So anyway, moving on. So EP mentioned Rittenhouse. They have the Star Trek licenses now, and Rittenhouse actually had Marvel for a while too. So great product. I thought about something from them. I thought about Star Trek Master Series, which I did a rip video on. I got to go back to 1991, 1992, Skybox, or Impel at the time, Star Trek. Mike, you might remember this set, the 25th anniversary set that came out. The first time I ever walked through the shop, I was a big Star Trek nerd. Mike reached up, grabbed a random pack, opened it up, and got a James T. Kirk hologram, which I think they were like maybe one every other box. They were like really
they were tough.
Rare. The inserts were really rare. I never left Mike's after that. I stayed at Mike's upper deck. I almost called it Mike's Retro Trading Card store. But so this set's really fun. It's got kind of like EP said with the James Bond, where every other card it was in the different set. This one had the odd numbered cards were about the original series, so it was all pictures from the original series shows, and then the even numbered cards were from the Next Generation. So again, you'd have every other card would be red, every other card would be blue. And there were 2 holograms in Series 1, 2 holograms in Series 2. I still have a lot of these. I don't think I have enough to put together a full set. Why I don't have the set of holograms, but I do have the James T. Kirk. I don't think it's the same one from 30 years ago, but I do have that hologram. So that's one I probably will end up buying and probably not ripping for the channel because I don't know how many people would be too interested in it.
Maybe,
but
you never know.
Maybe, you never know. But that's when I think of Star Trek cards especially from my childhood, that's definitely the set for me. It was a big set too. I think it was like 300 to 400 cards across the 2 series. So it wasn't, you needed to buy at least a box to get a full set out of each series. So that's my number one for sure. And all of these, I think I might have to pick up a couple of the cards I don't have.
Yeah, a lot of fun. I remember they were really popular back then too.
Yeah.
I know Star Trek, maybe people now, I know it still has its following. I don't know if it's as big a deal, but I know they were really popular cards. I sold a lot of those back in the day.
And it was the 25th anniversary set. So it was right when the Next Generation really started picking up steam, and then people started going back and watching the older stuff to really, so it's a great set. And Star Trek is picking up, Mike. There's a lot of cool series that are coming out on and have already come out on Paramount Plus. I might have to buy some of those as an honorable mention to some of the Rittenhouse ones.
Definitely. All right, EP, you're number one.
Well, I think the 2018 Topps Finest Star Wars is probably the one I'm most likely to go after to try to build my own set if I do it. But this one I'm going to talk about right now, 2021 Rittenhouse Game of Thrones Iron Anniversary Series 1. Series 1 and Series 2 same almost the same thing as the James Bond cards. But this one, I spent like an hour researching this one today. This is the one with the metal cards I was talking about before. This one's the one with 6 cards per pack and 8 packs per box. But it is pretty awesome. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones in any way, they didn't stick the landing with the show, but still love it. These cards, 1 through 9, 19 through 27. So they go in order by nines, because if you put the cards in binder pages. Thank you. Cards are tough. Binder pages, you flip it over and it's got a full picture there, so it's pretty cool way to do that.
I love when they do that. Yeah,
yeah. Really, and they also have 3 different metal card sets that are metal cards. I love metal cards. I think they're awesome. Again, we're going to choose between Series 1 or Series 2, I'm going to choose Series 1 because of the different cards in the metal sets. There's one set that's numbered to 25. They're just cool. And of course, there are autos. There are also costume auto cards. It's just a really cool design and cool set.
I never watched that.
Neither have I.
Wow.
Not a single episode.
I mean, I'm not because I wouldn't want to. I'm sure I would enjoy it, but I just never have. So
we're Lord of the Rings fans, the 3 of us. Like I was debating between a Lord of the Rings set or a Game of Thrones set. I went with this one because, again, I saw so much.
EP, I have a Lord of the Rings set available on eBay. Get on the line.
Right.
Oh, great.
But if you like Lord of the Rings, you probably would like Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Cool. All right. My last one here, I'm going to shout out an honorable mention to my Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure Pro set, but I'm not going with that one, though I may have a rip on the channel coming. You never know. But my number one set, I'm going to go, EP was talking about the 2018 Topps Finest Star Wars. I'm going to turn back the clock a little bit to the first Topps Finest Star Wars set. We're talking 1996 Topps Finest Star Wars. Like really at the time we had gotten used to, baseball cards, football cards on Finest, but we hadn't had Star Wars cards. So this was the very first set, like kind of groundbreaking for entertainment cards at the time to have that. And, you got, I think the refractors were 1 in 12 packs back then. You got 36 packs in a box. So you got 3, which those refractors now are worth like hundreds of dollars for the major characters, even raw and ungraded. Like just had some really cool artwork in it. I know I came across an R2D2 just base card and I was like, wow, this is like really cool. They had an embossed foil insert set and a matrix, and they're, what were they, 90 card set altogether. They're only worth like $50 for the base set now, which is pretty reasonable. But like I said, those refractors, the main characters, you can't buy like Luke Skywalker for under a couple $100 for a raw refractor. I think the boxes of them are crazy right now. I did a search and I think somebody sold a couple for like $500 box, but they sold right away. So I think that was actually probably underpriced at the time. Wow. So yeah, just an innovative set, like takes me back to a time period. I do believe they did. Yeah, I think so, if I'm remembering correctly. I know I had some at the shop, and I don't have like, I didn't open many of them. I know I haven't found many of them when I was going through my stuff, but yeah, like who can argue with anything mid-90s finest, you know?
Mhm.
Great stuff. Just so innovative, like I said, and groundbreaking. So that's my number one set.
Good choice.
All right. Well, had a great chat again this week, and we'll be back next week with another video. Take care, guys.
See you, boys.
See ya.